Welcome back to Al's Homestead. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a vegetable garden tour. So we'll start down here at the end of the garden. Here, the end that gets the most shade. In this pen here, I have cabbages. Over here in this corner planted some herbs, some basil, purple basil, celery, thyme. Back here is our new rhubarb plant that we just planted this year. And I think that is either a broccoli or a cauliflower that overwintered. Otherwise, it's a weed. I almost forgot to mention on the more shaded end of the garden, I've also got some sugar snap peas coming up. Farther back is the compost pile. I probably need to turn that over pretty soon, get some air in it. Over here we have some lettuce, Great Lakes crisp head lettuce and red romaine lettuce. Through there is just some random crops, a couple of rows of green beans right there, and then there's potatoes planted underneath that. If you want to see the lazy man's method to growing potatoes, click the video in the iCard to watch that. Farther back in the raised bed garden that is partially covered up, I took the bricks away and the compost pile is on half of it. But there's more potatoes behind that, garlic in my raised bed garden, and then there's the garlic, which is looking great. Over here behind the fence to keep rabbits and chickens out is our strawberries. I also forgot to mention in front of the garden here, just behind these trellises, I have some ground cherries, tomatillos, and a few more pepper plants. Now I think I'm gonna put some extra onion bulbs I've had that I didn't plant in the ground in those straw bales. They're starting to break down nicely. So hopefully I can grow a successful crop in my straw bales for once. And the far end of the vegetable garden, we've got the greenhouse chicken coop, which is a greenhouse in the summer, chicken coop in the winter. Anyway, out front I've got one more tomato plant and then a bunch of my peppers right there. Hopefully they'll do super well. Inside the greenhouse chicken coop, I've got some more peppers. They already seem to be ahead of the peppers that I've got growing outside. Farther back in there, I've got 3 tomato plants. I planted some watermelon, but I don't think they came up. There is some volunteer squash down here. It has been super dry here in Wisconsin the last couple of weeks, and it's been high 80s this week. Gonna be in the 80s next week. So we're hoping for some rain. There's some storm clouds rolling in right now. You can maybe hear a little bit of wind noise. So I'm hoping we do end up getting some rain here today. Meanwhile, we've just been watering the garden every day since we planted it, sometimes up to 2 times a day, just because of how dry and hot it's been. I'm gonna be trying to do one of these vegetable garden tours at least every 2 weeks this summer, if not more often. So if you're interested in watching the garden transform, then stick around and hit the subscribe button and join my growing channel. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you right back here next episode at Al's Homestead.